I want to know, do men get used by women? How do women treat men? A lot of this stuff goes untalked about, unheard of. Like, nobody can talk about it. A man cannot talk about the things that is done to him behind the scenes. But it's always the women that are gossiping and shouting it from the hilltops about how men mistreat them, how men are dogs. That may be true, and I'm pretty sure that it is true in a lot of scenarios. But when are the women going to take responsibility for their actions and the things that they do as well to genuine guys? Now, there are men out here that are players, that are that are purposely out to play women, like to mistreat women. But I mean, who is to blame when the modern women of today are pursuing the wrong man? That, like, who's to blame for that? Like, we have to take accountability for our own actions. Like, another thing is, well, women of today pursue men. How somebody might say, well, how are women pursuing men? And you can pursue, and I know, like, if you have to look at this in a spiritual sense, because your spirit, your physical has to align with your spirit. So in a spiritual aspect, in the spiritual way, I was gonna say realm, in the spiritual realm, we have to line it up with what our flesh is doing. So if a woman says to herself, I want my man to look like that. Like, she sees a man and she's like lusting and drooling after him. I hate to use those words, but come on, y'all know this what the women be doing. Girl, look at him. He, woo, girl. Like, so with, now she sees what her dream guy, what her husband, what she wants her husband to look like or to be like. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Not totally. But if we're basing our husband or our wife on the outer appearance or their success, oh yeah, he's got a good job, or he's got this, and same thing with a woman. If we're looking at a woman because, oh, well, she got a big butt, and oh, you know what I'm saying, she be this, that, and the other, you gotta realize, like, that's not coming from God. That's coming from your own lustful mindset. You know, when the man be like, woo, look at that, like, that's not coming from God. I want my wife to be, woo, like, that's not coming from God. So we pursue in our minds, which ends up making our flesh do a certain thing. Okay, so the discernment from God will reveal to you who your husband or wife is. They may not even have the biggest, the baddest body, the most banging body. But you never know. You get with that person, y'all start doing y'all little workout routines, and like, nobody ever knew that this man or this woman could become. I've seen so many women get laughed at because they just had they didn't have nobody. And then they go work out, and it's like, oh, now you got dudes all in your DM trying to take you away from your man that you with now. You see what I'm saying? So that's an easy way to be able to spot no good men or no good women. They didn't see you. They didn't have discernment. They didn't see you before they seen you. Because see, God is going to reveal. You see what I'm saying? God is going to reveal to that person or to you, you know what I'm saying, who that person is before you even see him. One thing that I do want to say is, you know, comparing. I don't think it's a good idea. Well, women say that they don't like to be compared to other women. But truth be told, women do it to men all the time, probably without even realizing it. So I'm gonna give you one example. Like, you know, all the men that I've dated before did this. So you're not about to come up in here and do this. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're comparing that man or giving that man a certain set of rules because of what all the other men have done. It's the same thing. It's kind of like when we say, when a man says, you know, oh well, you know, all the other women, you know, said that they wasn't gonna be like the last, but they were. So if that man is looking at you like, you're not telling me nothing that I ain't already heard. Like, it sounds like you running game. Like, a lot of people would, if a man said that to a woman, a lot of women would say that man hasn't healed yet. But it's okay for women to do it. That's a problem. It's a serious problem. You know, like putting a certain set of rules on this man because of how all the other men treated you, or, you know, I mean, it's nothing wrong with, like, don't fall for the same crap, yeah. But I think we should more analyze, you know, than to just kind of like put these immediate walls up, or sometimes just never take walls down, you know. Another thing is, I really believe that there's a lot of women that lie, just as much as the men that they talk about. They talk about how men lie and men run games. It has, believe it or not, we live in a day where women are playing the ball game too. They out there on the field too. And I've said this before, but they have become so good at playing the game that they selling courses. They've not only now do what the men do, but now they also have learned the man's game, dissected it, and turned around and sold it back to him. All right, so value. I really believe that women value, not all, but there are a select amount, a group of women that value themselves above others, right? Which the Bible speaks the total opposite. The Bible tells us to do the total opposite of that. And the messed up thing is it's based on like perishable things. What do I mean by perishable? Like I was saying before, like eye candy, things that are on the outer of the outer. Like I say, it's nothing wrong with getting with somebody because you're attracted to them, but is that all that it is to it? Because let me tell you, anything can happen. If you really, really fell in love with this person because, ooh, he's a protector. Ooh, he got a good body. Ooh, his career. He could lose his job. He could end up in a car accident where he's end up disabled, are you still going to love that man? Fellas, are you still going to love that woman that same way? So, I think that's a serious problem in the world we live in today. Is we go after people because of eye candy, based on what we see on the outside, his career, like things that will perish. That's in the Bible, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, women, I believe that, you know, I can only speak from my perspective. But women, a lot of women fail to see their own weak spots, their own bullcrap. Because, for example, if you have a woman that is up here with her in her career, or her finance, or her success, whatever it is, oh, I do this and I do this and I do. She's held herself to a high standard. I'm not mad about that at all. I'm excited. I'm very I don't know, honored that our women are no longer letting men use them and not having to rely on these deadbeat men. But to use your success or your career or whatever it is as to give yourself value and worth is a problem. And it's sad because majority of the women of today, this is how they rate somebody with a man or themselves with success or rank or value. And that's really not that should only be a small piece of the pie. Even though it's such an important thing, it's very important, it's still, when you're looking at the whole piece of the puzzle through God's lens, that is a very small, it's like 33% maybe of the equation of the pie. But we put that on such a high, we put that as our number one. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why people end up marrying the wrong people. Because we marry for success, we marry for finance, we marry for oh, he has such a high IQ. Like, you know, and like, for example, even though a person, a woman, for example, might be so wise in her career, so smart, she might have her PhD, but she into the world, if I only have a GED or a high school diploma or an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree, they look at her, some people might look at that as unequally yoked. Like, they look at that as, oh, you know, she's so much more successful than he is. And some people look at that as unequally yoked. You know, girl, don't be letting him use you. You know, you make, you know, $150,000 a year, and you working on your own business, you know, where you're gonna be making $900,000 a year. All he make is, you know, $65,000 a year. You know, like, and so we look down on people based on that. And when it comes to, like, for example, this woman is supposed to be so smart, and it could be guys too, but I can only speak from my lens. This woman is supposed to be so smart, and because of her career and her success and all this, and the amount of money she makes, and this man is down here But when it comes, she get a flat tire, or it be something pertaining to like music production or music editing or whatever it is. She knows nothing about these things. So when you take a woman like that and put her in the music studio, everything that she has has no value now. When you take that woman and put her up under a car to get to change the oil, or to change a flat tire, or why did the check engine light come on, everything that y'all put up here on a pedestal has no value. And I'm not saying that to degrade, I'm saying it to prove a point. This man who only makes $65,000 a year knows how to work on cars, or might know things about music production, or might know things about cameras and filming, teaching you how to work all those settings on your camera that you knew nothing about. All you know how to do is on your phone push a button on a button on the screen to make it focus, or you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. That's a kid, a 5-year-old can do that. That's not a professional camera. But you take somebody with a PhD and you put them in this world that they look down on people on. Like people that build highways. Y'all look down on people like that. But you couldn't build a highway. You know nothing about it. Men that lay carpet, men that do yard work. Y'all look down on men like that. Probably not the yard work man, because y'all want a discount, so y'all would probably do all kind of stuff just to get a discount. But anyways, like, oh yeah, I'll date the yard man just to get free yards and dates. So I don't know. Anyways, you know, I understand that. I believe that you know, even though we need to be attracted to our person, it can get to a point where it's lustful and we are being materialistic. All right. We want a man for his height, his physical fitness and success, and things of the such. Like I say, it's fine, but that shouldn't be the main reason why. This is why so many women are getting into relationships and then ending up it not working. Well, why didn't it work? Because you went in looking for eye candy. You should go in with discernment and then like, wow, he also has this. You know, if you go in with the mindset of God, with your biblical lens on, find a man that has the biblical thing first, and then be like, wow, you know, he's working out, or wow, he has a steady job. Wow, he actually takes care of his kids. Wow, you see what I'm saying? Money, I hate to say it, but even from day one of the dating phase, women have been in a man's pocket from the dating phase all the way to the divorce, all the way to the breakup. That man is constantly digging in his account, raking it up, and putting it in her account or putting it in her pocket. And like, what you gotta realize is, if a man is investing that type of money, and you gotta realize, if he only makes $65,000 or $40,000 a year or whatever it is, and let's say he got kids or whatever it is, or he's trying to invest money into his business or whatever it is, he's not going to be able to invest as much into you. So if that man give you $50 for your birthday, you might look at that like, some women would really look at that like, you know, I thank you, but that's it? $50? Oh boy, that, you know, that I don't even know sent me $50. And that's all you give me? You supposed to be my man. That's all you gave me is $50? And it's like, some people are so ungrateful. And it's like, that man could have kept that $50. Because pennies make dollars. That $50 that meant nothing but a penny to you, he could have kept in his savings. Because I guarantee if he's saving $50 every time he gets a paycheck or whenever it is, that money adds up. If he's saving $50 a week, that money adds up. You see what I'm saying? And for him to take money out of his savings to invest in somebody that he's trying to show that he wants to invest here. This man has invested for months and months and weeks. Dates, gas. He puts the gas in the car. He pays for the dinner. Those are 50s being gone. And really, gas is more. Those are hundreds being gone. Dinner. You can't spend $50 on dinner nowadays on a woman. She'll look at you like you stupid. Like, it's getting out of hand. Women are with men because of what they can do for them. Oh, he's a protector. He can do something for me. Oh, I need to get my hair done. He can do something for me. It's always, what can that man do for you? Why is it always like that? A real relationship, a real marriage is where both people are pouring into each other. We don't have that today. It's very, very extremely rare. Needle in the haystack, rare. If you find a woman or a man like that, you better keep them. You better keep them.